Well, Luke, what made you decide to end up here and to leave Texas Tech?
It was not an easy decision, that's for sure. I mean, the people in Lubbock and on our staff were still close friends. I still talk to them almost every day. But my relationship with Coach McCollum has been, I've known him since I was like in middle school. So he had a huge impact on my life as a player for a short stint, and then as a coach at Sunrise, he was the guy I would call, like, hey, how do you do this, or what do you think about this, and gave me a lot of perspective on the game of basketball, and more deeply a lot of perspective on life. And so we had talked about this opportunity for a while, and the situation just wasn't exactly how I would have drawn it up, but super excited to be a Hawkeye.
How do you feel practices are going so far?
What are we, 3 weeks in? I can't even remember, but good. I mean, I think we're getting in shape, which is a huge part of the summer, which, it's a value to spend time to get your bodies prepared for what it takes. I think our sample of what we're going to actually be is really small right now. We're missing Varro. He's going to be with his national team. Housen's will be back soon. He's been banged up, and so we don't have our full package in, but it's June, and so the beauty is you're kind of figuring everybody out and what guys are good at. Obviously, the group that came from Drake, they have a lot of familiarity with each other and play really well together. But then you're incorporating a couple new guys, and I think I would say I'm an optimist. I would say I feel confident we're above where I would want to be 2 weeks in, but still a long ways to go to win a game in the Big Ten.
And what was the process for you, getting to this program? Are some of the guys from Drake, some of the players kind of helping you learn the system as well?
Yes and no. I mean, our relationship, Coach and I's relationship, is so good that I feel like my wife would get annoyed at me turning on a random Missouri Valley game, and because all we do is watch basketball, but then I'd go home and turn on the Drake game, and then I would watch it on my computer because I cared about them. I care about those guys, and our staff. I've known them for a while, so I'm familiar with what happens. We scrimmaged them last year. We played them in the NCAA tournament, so then I became really familiar with it when you have to try to figure out how to beat them. And then studying coaching stuff for a long time. But now being in it and being a part of teaching it and learning it, I'll be honest, I'm a little behind because it moves so fast and they know exactly what's going on. So it's a bigger learning curve than I expected.
What did you guys do to playing against them when you were playing against Coach McCollum? What was your focus point? What did you attack?
First off, their turnover rate was crazy. Their activity on the ball. We knew we had to minimize turnovers. We had to take care of the basketball. We knew we had to, we were bigger. We're Power 5. We had, some big-time athletes and some physicality. We had to use that to our advantage offensively. And then defensively, you kind of said a prayer. Hope you can make it hard on them and hope Bennett doesn't go crazy. And we thought we did a great job defensively, and then he had 21 and 9 against us. So I picked the stat sheet up and was like, oh crap, he had a great game. But you know what it is. It was not fun. Never fun to play your friends. Never fun for the season to be on the line as well. But happy we won. But I'm also happy to be a part of this group.
Has his teams always refused to double the post? Is that a pretty common thing in his teams?
I would say I don't know that answer. I would say that doubling the post, if you're asking about the game last year, that didn't make a lot of sense. We shot 46 threes in the first round of the NCAA tournament, so I think doubling the post would have been a bad answer too. So that was the beauty of our team at Tech last year. We had a lot of weapons and knew how to play to our strengths with our team. So I think if you doubled, which Wilmington did the night before, and we scored 90, whatever. Yeah. So you kind of had to pick your poison with us. And shoot, we were up 9 with 3 minutes to go to beat Florida, who won the national championship. So you saw how good our team was last year.
With all these lengthy players who can shoot and defend, is it kind of like we're going to outwork you on the court, and that's how you're going to win games?
Yeah, I mean, I think length plays into the way we want to defend with hand activity and shrinking space and making it difficult for teams to be comfortable with the ball. And then the shooting piece is where I think we have grown from their team previous year. Our shooting with guys like Alvaro who can make threes at 6'10", and Trevin who can make threes, and Cooper Koch who can make threes, and then obviously Housen's one of the best shooters in college basketball last year. So I think the shooting should open up the space offensively for us.
From your guys' vision as a coaching staff, I know it's a new era where you guys are not starting from scratch because you have all these players coming in. Is the mission to build the foundation plus win right away? Is that kind of a combination of both?
It's crazy. What I love about Coach Mack is we don't sit here and talk about winning on a daily basis. We just show up every day and go as hard as we can to be the best that we can the day that's right in front of us. And that's what I love about being a part of this program, is because eventually that pays dividends when it matters. And you just have to take care of what's in front of you. And I mean, you want to believe that you can win the Big Ten. You want to believe you can win the national championship, but you can't even focus on that. You just got to focus on what do we have to get done today to be great, and then that stuff takes care of itself down the road.
So you guys are not really setting any expectations?
No, our expectations to be great tomorrow. They have weights tomorrow, I think, at 7 a.m., and we're going to show up tomorrow at 7 a.m. and be great.
Your experience at Sunrise, is that helping you, I guess, in terms of recruiting and having connections? I imagine so. It's kind of a dumb question.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's why Coach wanted somebody like, being at Texas Tech at the Big 12, and then just the talent that I was able to coach at Sunrise, and then the people around the talent typically are the same. It's the same AAU team. It's the same. Now most of these guys have representation. It's the same representation. So the players might be different, but the people are the same, and so those relationships have been great. And obviously, it's still a battle to get guys, and still a battle to get guys that fit what we want to do and how we want to play. The beauty is we didn't have to go do a whole lot because we brought so much from Drake, and we had a great start.
How's the transition been?